What is up, my friends, and welcome to another video. Today, we are going to be testing how overpowered Zerg actually is on the new patch. It is pretty certain that Zerg is indeed a little bit overpowered on the new patch, but it kind of ranges between, some people thinking they have a small advantage to some people thinking that they are the most overpowered the race has ever been. That is probably not true, because we did have Wings of Liberty Broodlord Infestor, for example. But anyway, we're going to be testing it today. Now, unfortunately for us, almost everyone on the Grandmaster ladder right now is playing Zerg, it seems like. I think the Zergs are very excited to play, which is very understandable, of course. Last patch, a lot of Zergs did not enjoy. This patch, every single Zerg is going to enjoy. So we might get some ZVZs here, but I can also tell how good it feels from my POV, even in a ZVZ, of course. I'm gonna go with my nice double extractor trick hatchery first build. I haven't extensively tested the Zerg builds yet. I'm gonna be doing that very soon on the Patreon as well. Just recorded my first Terran video for the new patch on the Patreon. Got a really nice build for TVZ. And I'm gonna be starting to work on Zerg builds very shortly as well. Just wanna make sure you guys can all, play very nice builds on the new patch, which is quite complicated, I have to say. Like 8 workers instead of 12 start really changes all the builds and all the dynamics. You can't really just... I feel like you would think, that's at least what it felt like to me. That is, okay, you just do the same build, but you make 4 extra workers at the start. But it really feels completely different, honestly. Like, it was very hard for me to get, like, good, sharp Terran builds. Whereas before it was very easy. Definitely took me a game or 20, which I know doesn't sound like a lot to you guys. But before that, it would just be 2 games before I would figure out a good build. Now it took me a little while longer. But I'm going to be doing that for every single race, so make sure to check out the Patreon. It's the best way to support me as well in general. They take the lowest cut. But I'm also going to make sure that you guys get mad value in the new patch. I'm really on the grind. Played a lot of games already, and I'm going to be playing a lot of games with every single race. To once again make sure that you guys, no matter what race you play, no matter what race you play against, you guys can have nice build orders. Now, they did change the Queen and Hatchery cost a couple times back and forth. I think we're back to... Yeah, we're back to the original cost of 300 on the Hatchery, and the Queen is 175 still. So in that way, Zerg took a little bit of a hit, I believe, from the patch before that. And that's a pretty late Hatchery. Do I need to worry about it? I'm not quite sure. What I really like about playing the Extractor trick, fast Hatchery, fast double Queen build, is that it just feels safe against, like, everything. Obviously, you need to adapt, like, a little bit. But for the most part, you're really just chilling. Like, it's incredibly nice. Like, the fast Queens against Terran and against Zerg. Against Protoss, it's a bit questionable against stuff like Cannon Rushes. But against Terran and Zerg, keeps you completely safe. And then you just get the double gas after. And this build is even better than before, because you just have more larvae, so you just have so many freaking drones. Now in ZVZ, obviously, that's not quite the case, because they also have that much more larvae. And let's see what our guy is up to. His hatchery was very late, but maybe my build is just extra fast on this patch, compared to a regular hatch first. That is most likely what it is, I think. Now, do I spread some creep? At least a little bit here, I think. Let's start mining from these gases. There you go. Could go for an Overlord snipe. I think it's quite nice to do, actually. Yeah, let's go for a little Overlord snipe over here. Let's see, he's going to try to run away, of course. Click an Overlord on that. He's going to try to run into my base, which I'm perfectly fine with, to be honest. Don't mind that at all. Going to get the Roach Warren. Actually, no, let's get the lair first, I think. That should be dying, I'm pretty sure. It is indeed going to die. Then we get the lair up. It's a really annoying move, by the way. I feel it happens to me a lot, actually. Oh, my queen. Where are you going? What the heck? Sabotaging queen. Yeah, see that? Okay. Very sus, this, guys. Very sus. It's a new patch now. They forgot to put it. The opponents can now control your units as well. It's the only explanation, guys. No, but... yeah, it happens to me a lot. Like, a annoying amount. An annoying amount that I lose my queen to someone just moving... Or lose my overlord to someone moving their queens forward. It's kind of embarrassing, if I'm completely honest. But it's okay. But now for him, that's quite annoying. Now I'm going to make a second Evo here as well. I'm not actually going to use that Evo yet, but I'm going to keep that for the future, pretty much. I think I want one more drone. So I can make a third hatch with that, and then this timing is going to feel very, very nice. +1 attack is coming in nicely. I'm going to be able to start roach speed right as the lair finishes. You could hear the lair finish just now. And then at this point, we can just start spamming roaches, I think. Could actually, you know what? I'm going to make this an overseer just to get a scout going. I think that's a nice idea. Pro tip, by the way, it's easy to forget, but if the overseer finishes, it actually heals up fully. So you don't want to be a little careful to not morph in a too much of a compromised spot, but it's still going to give me a very nice scout here. My opponent's very likely playing Mutalisk here, actually, so I do want to hit with my roaches ASAP. Let's just make sure that I'm not wrong about that. Oh, should have spread some more creep, actually. I just kind of thought he was also going to play roach. Wait, there's no spire yet? Or did I miss it? It kind of looks like there's no spire yet. There's a lot of links, though. Let's make sure that I keep my roaches safe. Or my queen safe, rather. Roaches are fine to lose. Okay. Just going to lose a good amount of links here. It doesn't have upgrades yet. Yeah, I think we're just going to go for this. I think it's a perfectly reasonable fight. To fight against that many links on the other side, to be honest. Don't even really mind losing a couple drones here and there. As soon as +1 attack finishes, which is finished right now, my army is just going to be insane against Zerglings. Even fighting in the open is really fine, honestly. He doesn't have an upgrade there. Mutas are now finished, so yeah, we are in a bit of a rush. Okay, let's just run those in here. Just make sure he doesn't get to mine the gas too much for free. Here we go. Probably make a Hydra then already, actually. I think we can. And then what you want to do is you really just want to go and kill as many drones as possible. You don't want to go back and run from the mutas. You want to keep the mutas on the other side. It's kind of the opposite, actually. You don't want to run away at all. You just want to go in here as much as possible. Even go to the back of the mineral line like that. Kill as many drones as I possibly can. Get a couple of dudes in here as well. Then at some point you do want to add spore crawlers, which I'm going to do right now. There's roaches in my mineral lines, which is actually a little bit annoying. Okay, now the mutas are going to come over here, so I'm going to run in again. I think the best way to play this, by the way, is very simply to go for Tunneling Claws. Tunneling Claws would be a very nice counter to Mutalisk play, because you can kind of circumvent the mutas really easily, right? So I have one roach over here. That roach is actually extremely sneaky, by the way. Okay, let's see. 39 drones is not quite enough. Let's go up to 45. I'm going to put a spore crawler down here. I don't actually entirely like what I've done here. I should have made a 4th spore already. Now, I do have this. This roach is actually insane, by the way. Look at that roach. Oh, almost had that one as well. Can we get one more? There we go. We did get another one. Yeah, I'm probably going to be losing that. Oh, it's going to kill. Oh, yeah, I forgot they were buffed against mutas, actually. They were buffed against mutas, so they're even stronger. If one of those finishes, I'll be very happy, because I can transfuse it forever. Looks like barely not. Yeah, I probably should have gone for a cancel there, but it's okay. He can't fight me, because I have a spore crawler with transfuses, but I do have to be careful. I didn't realize I had so many roaches at home. I should have sent those all out, by the way. That's my bad. Do I want to fight against that? No. Do I want to send these roaches across? I think definitely, yes. I feel like the best thing to do is just let me max out on drones here. And then we make million hydras off of 44 drones. And I think we should be completely chilling, to be honest. I think that's the play. I could also move out with the queens at the front. That's probably okay for now, actually. Let's go that way. My roaches are going to go in at the same time. Here we go. Let's make sure the queens are at the front so they can tank. Oh, a little bit of a misclick there. That's my bad. But the roaches are now back in. So he's going to lose pretty much every single drone here. He's going to be very sad about that. That is for sure. Okay, and then we split up the drones. He's running away to his mutas. We're not going to follow him. We're just going to split up the roaches. Try to pick up the drones that are here on this base. And I feel like this is probably the closing move here. I think from this point on, we should definitely be winning. And I think we were already winning, to be honest, with our next attack, most likely. But he did drone up a little bit more than I had expected. And we're going to put a stop to that immediately. He does have a surprising amount of gas for mutas, by the way, I have to say. Like, really not bad. Oh, that is... I don't even know how I did that, I'll be honest. That was not my most impressive moment ever. And you know what? I think we're just going to attack. The reason why is because... I'm not entirely ready yet to fight, I would say. But if he fights me, we're going to trade somewhat evenly. If he drones up, he might die. That's kind of the idea here, right? Now, looks like he went for a small counterattack. So I'm going to keep the reinforcements at home just momentarily. And then we're going to be streaming across. He could have made Banelings. Banelings would be very annoying to go up against. But I honestly don't think he did. Okay, let's just kill this Hatcher real quick. And then we go up into the main base. I see a Baneling over there. Yeah, you don't want to be getting hit by Banelings. Though. Yeah, look, exactly this is what I want. Even if this was like... I was going to win this trade for sure. I thought he had more mutas, actually. But even if this was a 50-50, that would have been a very nice trade for me. Because then I can just drone up safely at home. But okay, let's look at the start real quick. I don't want to keep you guys for the ZVZ too long, to be honest. But I just want to see his opening against mine. So his opening was basically faster lair for fewer queens. And no link speed, right? Yeah, okay. So he just went for the fastest lair. I went for one more queen because I thought it would be safer. I am very curious what his exact opening was. So it was pool first. Hey, by the way, I just want to take a quick mental note of this for both me and for you guys. Pool first seems very common for high-level Zergs now, even if they don't make links to attack. So it's very possible that the Grandmaster Zergs, this guy's a barcode Zerg, I'm not sure what his MMR was actually, but I'm really talking about like super high level Zergs, like 6.5k MMR and stuff. They play a lot of pool first, so it's possible that pool first actually makes for a very efficient build order more than before. Because it did look pretty nice, right? 2 queens into the lair, 3rd queen up here as well. Okay, let's keep that in mind for later. I don't think I'm going to be trying it yet. For now, I'm going to be doing my exact safe build because I really love this 4-queen opening and just see how strong it is in different matchups. This is something that I might experiment later. Anyway, looked good. We got a dub. Let's go to game number 2. Okay, game number 2 is against a Terran. That's exactly what I want. I mean, I'm honestly pretty decent in ZVZ these days. I have no idea why. I don't know anything about the matchup. I just do a decent build and I kill them with roaches for the most part. Or Zerglings or something. But I'm very curious about ZVT and ZVP to know how it feels, because that's where we are gonna feel the difference. Seems like I'm getting recognized again here, or it's just a very friendly dude. It's also possible, of course. Both are fun. Also, this map is sick. I didn't even realize this, but apparently there's a worker-only tunnel in your main base on this map. First, I was like, oh my god, I can use this for Reapers. But no, it is a worker-only tunnel, so relax, guys. It's not that cool, but it's still pretty cool. I like it. And I'm gonna go for the same build order here. I really think that this build order is just... It's good enough for me. It's good enough for me against Grandmasters. It's good for basically everyone. It's safe. You don't have to think too much. Also, I did mention it in the last game that it might not be as good against Protoss, the early game safety. But I didn't mention that it is really, really good against Protoss in the Stargate phase. So what I meant to say was not necessarily against the first 2 Adepts kind of thing. But against the Oracles, it's really nice because you just have 2 queens in each base and you don't even need to make a spore for the first Oracle. So if your timings are terrible, in my case, I don't even know the timing of the first Oracle, which is probably the most important timing to know. You're still just kind of safe by default, as long as your queens are somewhat close to the mineral line, okay? If your queens are wandering off, like mine are sometimes, then that changes completely. But if not, then it's very, very nice against that. Now against Terran, we're also going to be completely safe. Even if he's proxy raxing in the middle of the map, this build's going to be very nice. If it's proxy 4 racks, that might change, but a regular proxy 2 or 3 racks should be okay with this build blindly. It's actually kind of crazy to play on a 4-player map. I haven't played on 4-player maps in forever, I feel like. It's such a new addition to the ladder. You know, I still want to do a tournament one day. I had a crazy idea at some point that all the downsides of a 4-player map could be helped by making people play 1v1 on 8-player maps instead. Because the weakness of a 4-player map is pretty much that someone could proxy racks or 8-pool you, and you can't see it, and you die. But if you play on an 8-player map, that means that they also won't find you with the cheese in time. At least there's a good chance. So I was thinking that maybe that's just what we should do. I mean, the map would be freaking gargantuan, but it would be very, very cool anyway. Now, let's see. I'm against Terran. I might actually... Oh, wait, what? Oh, I just missed the SCV with my Overlord. Okay, I was like, wait, how did he get here? I thought I scouted this base, but no, he just went tunnel to tunnel. Basically, that's what he did. Okay, now do I make the gases against Terran? Yeah, I think... You know what I'm gonna do? I'm only gonna make 1 queen, just to kind of try it out. I'm gonna make 1 queen only, just so I can spend all my larvae on drones, make an Overlord, and then we'll get the gases. I like this, actually. I guess Theron, you can also perfectly fine play Mutas, by the way, from this. It's not the most efficient build for Mutas, because for Mutas, you usually also want Link speed. But you can definitely go Mutas from this if you want to. You can also make Hydras. Hydras are actually surprisingly good against Terran. Now, this map, if I remember correctly, was one of the maps where I suspected defending the third base being a little harder, because it's kind of far away. I mean, he should definitely be top left, right? But we don't know yet. Here's queen number 3. I'm going to go for the Roach Warren, just in case I need roaches for safety. But I'm actually planning on going for a lair and Mutas. Wait, can he even get in? Oh no, he's looking for my third base. Okay, I was wondering for a sec. Okay, so now we go for the lair. I could also play Muta into Roach, which I really wouldn't mind. That also sounds pretty cool. This is a really sick path, by the way. Like, you have so much more time to scout. There's also another anti-4-player map thing in there. That is basically made so that if you scout someone late, you can still get in. Okay, there's... I kind of wanted to put my queens over there to trap the Reaper if he would jump in. But I would rather just not have the Hellions walk inside. I'm actually going to make 3 roaches just to make him think I'm going for some kind of an attack. Then we're going to scout the main base. And then I'm going to go for a Spire after. That is the plan. Okay. That's probably going to get killed, but I'm going to try anyway. 3 command center play. Okay. Let's see if we can find a Banshee, perhaps. Yeah, it is indeed going to die. Could go for a grenade if he wants to. He's not tired enough for the grenade. I would have respected the grenade, to be honest. Just saying. Okay. Then we go for this. Now he sees my first roach. Oh, we're barely not going to be able to kill that. Actually, a really good mind game here. We're just playing 2 base. I can even make... Guys, I can even make a 3rd hatch. Let's go make a 3rd hatch. I like the idea of that. Okay, we'll try to get it over there. I could also... Wait, that's even more insane. I could make 3 Ravagers. Should I make just 3... Oh, it's just a little pricey, though. I don't know if I want to do that, to be honest. Oh, let's get these hotkeyed, actually. Because we can do that now, of course. Okay, here are my 3 roaches. Let's see what his response is. I'm guessing Bunker, perhaps. Maybe Widow Mines as well. Okay. Gotta be careful here. If I was him, I would actually chase me, but he's not going to. Hey, guys, this build has worked insanely well. Just saying. Like, our eco is completely perfect. We have 4 gases. I faked them out with the roaches, and this is insane, actually. Wait, the hotkey thing didn't work. I thought I was supposed to jump over. Maybe I hotkeyed them too late. That's probably what it is. Yeah. Now, the question is, do we go for... I think the best play here is to go for just mass mutas straight up. But I also like the idea of going for a fake and now going into roaches, to be honest. I really do like that idea. I'm gonna make 1 spore per base, just in case... Wait, what? Okay, that's... Huh. Is that intended, guys? I mean, that seems kind of messed up against Liberators, right? Not having a... I mean, you can make it here, but... Okay, well, that's a thing to keep in mind. That's very, very interesting. You know what? I'm just gonna do the thing anyway. I want to test my build, guys. I love builds, man. Testing new build, that gives me so much joy. It's kind of unreasonable how much joy it gives me, but, you know, I'm just gonna roll with it. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go up to... Let's say... 60? 60 drones or 63. And then we're gonna go up to 63. There we go. I see a Viking over there. These mutas are gonna be very annoying for him to deal with, I think. I don't think he's gonna have anything for these. Like, this is just... Honestly, he's dead. I think I've officially cooked him with the build, if I'm honest. Like, a good Zerg would not lose from here. Let's put it that way. Yeah, okay, there you go. Wow, let's look at the situation. Oh my god. I mean, I know we got him. Okay, we were up in MMR. Okay, we're a stronger player. I know we got him with the opening, but this is kind of crazy what we have here, guys. We went up to 63 drones against 44. Okay, let's say 63 against 47. So 16 drones up. Third base was fully saturated. His third base was nowhere near landing. Stim was not even halfway. He did go for fast upgrades, but we went for mutas and we had the roach tech already up. I mean, it didn't even matter what I was going to do here. I could have made 1-1 links. I could have made mass mutas. I could have gone into double upgrades, roach. I could have gone into hydras. I think we were so far ahead anyway. Now, we did get fortunate spawns. Let's keep that in mind as well. I know we're testing to see how good Zerg is. I'm of the opinion that Zerg is really good, so there's like a little bit of confirmation bias here, but let's keep it realistic. We did get cross spawns, which is always good for Zerg. The bigger the map, the better it is for Zerg. But it didn't really come into play that much. Well, we did win in the mine games. And I mean, that is honestly it. But yeah, this looks really, really good. I really love this build as well. I think, yeah, once again, playing Mass Mutas probably would have been better objectively. For people that are not as good with Zerg, which is me and probably pretty much everyone that's watching this, besides maybe 5 people. I know some pro Zergs like to watch, so I'm not going to pretend I'm better than those guys. What I did is probably the best way to go about it, because if he was going to attack me, which he was kind of forced to do, there's no better way to deal with that than just making Mass Roach, right? Mass Roach, +1 attack. Should have probably been a little faster, actually, on the +1 attack. Should have maybe made that even before... since I was planning to do this even before spending all my gas on mutas. But yeah, very interesting strategy. Let's go to game number 3. Okay, game 3 is going to be another ZVZ. Like I said, a lot of Zergs are out in the ladder right now. And for good reason, okay? This is probably the most fun day of the year if you're a Zerg player. Even if you know Zerg is probably too strong, you should still not feel bad about it, you know? Sometimes Protoss is too strong. Sometimes Terran is too strong. Just go out and feel the power of the swarm. I was actually thinking... that, like, Zerg now just has more drones and more units than before. I wouldn't mind if they would try to keep it that way, but just maybe tone down, like, some unit stats or something, because it does feel nice. It feels nice to have, like, a lot of stuff. That might create a problem for the late game, so maybe late game units should be the same, but, like, roaches and links could be a little weaker or something, but keep, like, the swarmy stuff. That would be nice. But let's try a different build here. Just for, you know, it's nice, right? A little bit of variation in there. Ooh, excuse me. And then we can also see how this build feels. And I imagine you'd probably still go for like a 16 hatch or so. Yeah, that looks about right. 16 hatch. Yeah, the rallying this one would be a little bit too late, so we're going to send the drone before. And then we'll go for like more standard gas pool hatch and see how that feels. I imagine it must feel amazing. I don't have a huge reference point because I usually tend to play the more easy beginner-friendly builds that I show you guys. Those are also how I play Zerg because I think it's just really nice. Don't need to use my brain that much, and I can just focus on outplaying the opponent. That's the most fun way for me. We're gonna take a gas here at 18. Probably this one to make a pool. This actually feels completely the same as before, I think. 16 hatch, 18 gas, 17 pool. I swear that those are the exact same supplies as before. You just kind of have more drones. Now, I'm so curious about the pool first stuff. Let's keep in mind to try that for another video, because I think the pool first stuff is incredibly interesting. If it's actually true that pool first is just like an amazing opening now economically, you might as well do it to be safe by default as well, right? It could be that on this batch, pool first is a better beginner build order than the build I do. It's possible. I would say probably not, but it is possible. So we're definitely going to try it, because I want you guys to have the best, of course. Let's see, his entry is... Okay, I was going to say, I was expecting it to be the same as mine, but it's actually way later. I did scout the early pool a little late. Yeah, this is fascinating, right? So many early pools, and it's not like... It's not a super cheesy early pool, it's just like a kind of a regular early pool. That's what's so surprising to me. Is it actually just that good of a build? Make a couple links out here. I don't know if I want to spend more larvae on links yet. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Queen is out there. Yeah, this could be like a vicious link flood. It's possible. I think I'm going to make a couple more drones. Get these overlords in position. Shouldn't be able to kill anything here, to be honest. Could get one drone if he target fires super well. I'm actually going to click these links in his base, and then we're going to go back to building drones. Okay, 2 queens. I'm actually quite tempted to go for a lair here. I don't mind the link speed into lair. Let's give that a whirl, shall we? Let's give that a whirl. I think that's a nice idea. Probably fake the roach warren as well. I want to go for mutas here, because I already tried the roach attack, right, against Zerg. Now I kind of want to try the mutas. Oh, I thought I clicked those links across the map. That's my bad. Okay, let's see what we have over here. He has drones. Okay, so then we're chilling. And it is a lair. Okay, so pull first into lair is really... We're seeing that a lot, right? Notice that, guys. We're seeing that a lot. Very, very common so far. So I imagine one of the Zergs figured out that it's just a really efficient build order, and a lot of other Zergs are copying a high-level Zerg. Now, I do have a link speed, so I kind of want to act on it. But I also don't really want to... Can I get one drone? That would be great. Oh, not? Wow, okay, that surprises me. Yeah, if he's going to wall off, I don't want to waste my resources, basically. Hey, the Spire is still a little bit cheaper, I believe, right? Yeah, it is cheaper. Okay, nice. There you go. All right, well, I'm just going to join this guy in the Mutalisk War. It's possible that he's going to play roaches, but I just don't really think so. He's going to see the Spire now. I think I'm going to make an evolution chamber. I've really just been making mad drones. Okay, he's taking a third base now. Oh, it's so tempting to make a swell of links, isn't it? It's so freaking tempting. I think it's dumb. That's kind of the problem. I think it's dumb, but I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. Spire is going to be finished soon. I guess as long as I have enough minerals to make mutas, I should just be spamming. Am I going to get +1 attack as well? Yeah, we're just going to do it, I think. Yeah, we're going to do it. Okay, here we go. I'm already saturated on 2 bases, so I think it's just a smart time to make links. Because the links are very likely to cancel his third base. And I should still be able to make a decent amount of mutas. I think that's it for now, looking at the resources. And then we're just going to go where the gas brings us, basically. That's the idea. Now, if we didn't make links, he could actually be in trouble here. Okay, it's going to finish now. We're just going to start building mutas. I saw something move. Were those mutas already? I think quite likely, right? Oh, no, there were links, maybe? Okay. I'm going to attack his base first, so that's really nice. Actually, I'm just going to attack the hatchery, I think. Makes sense. Go. Mutas are going to be able to take care of my base. Right? I think they should be able to. Okay, does he have upgrades? He does not have upgrades. That is nice. Okay, Muta should be able to deny that. He's gonna lose those links, actually. He's trying to buy time for the Mutas, but he is gonna lose the links already. And now he's gonna lose this base. Oh, maybe I can just kill those drones. That looks nice. Okay, so I'm gonna make 8 drones so I can saturate the extractors there. And I'm gonna do something a little bit on the greedy side, and that is go for... a run-by with the mutas. That's what I want to do. I did get +1 attack. Oh, it's not actually finished yet, unfortunately. Okay, so we're just going to be working on killing those. He's going to be busy with those with the mutas, exactly. So we click them away, and then we shift-click them back in. And then in the meantime, we're going to kill some drones over here. This is pretty risky, to be honest. This is definitely pretty risky. And now we go back out. You guys go in here. Ooh, that's a lot of links that are killing me there. Just trying to run away for the most part. Oh, he was actually still there. Wow, that's crazy. Okay. Please don't die, I beg you. You're not allowed to die. Okay, 2 more drones over here. We're gonna go back into the main base again. Okay, the mutas are going across. It's a pretty interesting move here, actually. I think we just go with everything. Oh, that's a misclick by me. My bad. Okay. Wait, kill that queen! What is happening? Oh my goodness, that's crazy. There we go. He is gonna lose so much stuff over here. I did lose my third base at the same time. Maybe it's a good time for me to get some spore crawlers out here. Okay, got my links in there. I think I'm doing quite good here, actually. Keep in mind, I have the +1 attack as well, right? I have the +1 attack as well, so this is going to do so much damage. Yeah, gotta make sure to actually fly away. He might have +1 on the mutas. He does not have +1 on the mutas. Okay, that's great. I think I'm actually just going to go in with the links. I don't think he can do anything against it, because I have +1 attack. I don't think he can actually fight against the +1 attack. There you go. All those drones are effectively dead. In fact, they're literally all dead. Okay, now we're going to go into the main base. Do not fight. Oh, that is a big mistake by me. Had a couple of misclicks over here so far. Not ideal, but it's okay. And now we have 2 spores here. He can simply not fight against the spores. Should have had one in the main base as well. That's actually my bad completely. Okay. Probably send some units over there. Okay. Could try to take some fights. If he's too brave... I'm gonna go in for a muta. Okay. Go back. Oh, that was good micro there for sure. That was really good micro. I'm gonna lose the overlords, but it's whatever, you know. Doesn't really matter. Try to get one. Okay. Better muta micro by him in that instance, so we gotta take it easy. Still doesn't have +1 attack, so that is nice. Can I fight this? I feel like I should be able to fight this now, actually. I think so. Could be wrong. Should have moved that spore crawler a little bit earlier. Links are going to be below this so they can tank the glaives. I'm going to kill the mutas, and that is going to be another GG here. Okay, interesting stuff. It's kind of hard to tell whether we won because we did a better build. I think we probably did a slightly worse build, but just played a little bit better than him, which is good because it's a 5.7k Zerg. Now let's look at the build orders again, right? So I went for 2 queens. He actually canceled link speed. Oh. He canceled link speed and then built it again. Look at this. Link speed's building. Then I guess he realized he didn't want it, canceled it to get a faster layer. Hey, that's actually a pretty cool play. I like that. So, I mean, our timings are still the same. Look at the drone count. Judging by these builds, a hatch gas pool does actually seem better. I mean, his build is probably safer, but we basically have... I mean, we're down 2 drones, but I do have link speed and lair instead of just the lair, right? It's going to make link speed now. I feel like we were actually in a slightly better position here. Or, I mean, I did make 1 extra set of links, right? And I was a little bit supply blocked, so I couldn't make extra drones. But honestly... based on this game, I would say hatch gas pools are actually slightly better than going for the pool first. Pool first is definitely better in the matchup against the extractor trick double queen build, but this build seems really nice. I mean, so far, I'm having an absolute blast. My build seems to work out very well. I have a lot of drones saturating the builds very fast, or the bases very fast. Looking awesome. Let's go to the final game. Okay, game number 4 is against a Protoss. Perfect. So we're going to get every single matchup in the video. We're going to be able to test all of them, which is very, very nice. I think against Protoss, I'll go back to doing my extractor trick hatchery first, so we can see how that feels. I think it's going to feel quite nice, but we'll see. There have been a couple of different theories about ZVP I've seen. I think most people agree that this is the toughest matchup of the new patch for Protoss. But some Zergs seem to think it's because you can play like a link flood every game and it's really hard to hold. Some Zergs just play the regular macro game. I'm going to play... not really a regular macro game, but close enough. I mean, you guys know how I play, right? So, yeah, that. Slightly weird macro game, I guess you could call it. And I think that's also going to be quite nice for me. Yeah, I don't know exactly what match that was. I think it was a video where I played every single race, maybe to test out the new patch or something like that. And I had 1 game against the Protoss, and I just felt rich. I think it's maybe the game where I built Corruptors against Carriers or something, but I can't really remember the exact specifics of that. I just remember feeling rich, and that I had mad larva. That's about it. And that I owned the guy. And owning a Grandmaster Protoss, that always feels good, you know? So that's what I remember from that. We're gonna go for the Overlord, and then the pool. Now, I'm not quite sure if I still want to go for the 4 queens. I might actually adapt that in the build order. So before in the previous patch, I would always just go 2 queens and then 4 and then the gases. But now, since you have extra larva, it does take more money to spend that larva before the drones pay off, right? So it might actually be nicer to play like 3 queens only and then just make that many drones. Or at least delay the 4th queen. You probably do want a 4th queen eventually so you can defend against oracles and whatnot. But early on, I think it's maybe... Wait, where did that probe go? Is that probe being sus? I swear there was a probe here. I didn't pay attention to where it went. Let me just do a quick check. Okay, no probe over here. Okay, it looks like a normal opening from him. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, then I'm just gonna go for 2 queen, mass drone, 3rd queen, drone, 4th queen. Doesn't have to be complicated. That's a very strange second pylon positioning. I think he might have misclicked that probe or something. Okay. Now, as I always like to do, play beginner style StarCraft 2. I'm going to send a second Overlord across the map. I don't want to do rocket science to figure out what my opponent's doing. I just want to see it. So even though it might cost me a second Overlord if he makes an anti-air unit, I'm still going to go for it. 3rd Overlord is... let's not send it too far. Now look at my money. This is what I mean. I can pretty much afford a 3rd queen, right? Which I'm going to do now. But making a 4th queen is very expensive, and I kind of just want to spend my, you know, newfound amount of larva on drones. There we go. And then I can make a 4th queen after those drones. I think that is smarter. So basically now. Or maybe I should have made an Overlord before, actually. But basically now. Okay, so there's a Stargate. I'm still going to fly this into his main base to see if he's going to do some annoying glaive stuff at some point. Judging by the timings, we can still perfectly fine defend the Oracle. Like, this queen is going to finish in time for the first Oracle, so that is nice. Let's hotkey that guy as well. Do we get another creep tumor? I think we can, honestly. Yeah, let's do another creep tumor. Looking for the third hatch. I have a lot of stuff, guys. This feels great. Is that that is a void ray? Okay, interesting. Yes, void rays. Let's bring the overlords home first of all, and I might want to actually build a spore to send it out there. I think that makes sense. Let's make a spore, send it out there. I wouldn't be surprised if... Let me move this away for a second. Maybe he doesn't find it. Oh, he's gonna find it. Okay, he's gonna go for the third base right away, seems like. Then I'm actually gonna send my queens here. Put a spore over there. And then we're gonna go for a lair. Making a second void ray as well. That's crazy. Okay. I'm gonna go check his base, because I don't trust what I'm seeing here, honestly. I don't really trust what I'm seeing. This could be like fast corruptors or sorry, fast carriers or something like that, you know? Don't really want to deal with that stuff, to be honest. Try to creep in 2 different directions. Let's see if I can find a fleet beacon. It kind of looks like this is going to be a fleet beacon type of play. A little bit late on the lair. I thought I already built it, actually. It's my bad. There is the fleet beacon. So, this seems to be a kind of a new standard, by the way, for Protoss players on the patch. I'm not quite sure why. But I have noticed a lot of, like, mothership and carrier rushes and stuff. So, keep that in mind. Could be something that you're going to have to deal with. I'm going to move this spore crawler over here. Keep the queens in between a little bit. And then the plan is basically to make Link Corruptor. That's what we're going to do. Okay, Link Corruptor. That's going to be the best units you can build against any kind of Skytoss play. Hide the Overlords. This one is... Wait, did the... Either... I think I might have messed up the hotkey there. Or the hotkey stopped working for some reason. I'm going to make 1,000,000 drones here. Obviously, do that at your own risk, but I feel like I can do that. One of the nicest ways to play Zerg is to make as many drones as you can, and then just kind of figure out how many drones you can afford to build before you die. That's very, very simply describing Zerg play there. 60 drones is very nice. I think we're going to start building some links now. And then what we're going to do after that is make mass corruptors, basically. Very simply put. I think I might make some other spores, actually. Let's get 2 more spores out here. If it's Tempest, these are going to form, like, even just a little bit of a barrier, okay? To make sure that the carriers / Tempest... Actually, yeah, it's for both. I was saying Tempest first, but it's just a barrier to make sure they don't kill my third hatch too fast. That's really just it. Okay. And that's a bit annoying. Gonna lose that creep tumor. Let's take the base over here now. This base is pretty OP, by the way, because it's like a half gold base, which is crazy. Third base should be... I was gonna say up and running. It's close enough, really. Okay. Let's get my queens over here. There we go. Gonna kill that battery quickly. Looks like he's actually going for a... Oh, that's Flux Veins, isn't it? No, it's not. Okay, it just... There's the mothership. Okay, now we start building corruptors. Did he recall there? It doesn't look like he did. Okay. Oh, no, he did actually. Okay, I thought I was crazy for a second. Let's get the spores a little bit faster. This one, don't want to burrow it too close. Here we go. I got transfuses on this, so that's very, very nice. Corruptors are now being built, and I think we're going to be perfectly fine here. Gonna lose that hatch? Let's see. I'm not sure how annoying it really is. I feel like we're doing really perfectly fine here, but it's obviously questionable. He might have another recall. Yeah, he's going to recall over here now. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is these drones are just going to go towards my new base that I built. Still have 59 drones. Yeah, this looks like a perfectly fine situation for us. But we do want to make sure that we don't, you know, ruin our eco too hard. Like, we do want at least a little bit of eco, right? So let's retake this base real quick. There we go. And then the links can go somewhere. The corruptors are going to go somewhere else. Let's see. That is kind of open. It's barely not fully open. Oh, that was close. That could have been brutal. Keep these away. We are actually going to get into the base, I think. Yes, we are. There you go. You guys go over here. There's a lot of units I have here. Look at this, guys. Okay, if he's not paying attention, he could be in trouble. I'm going to go for the mothership here, actually. Just wait for the prismatic alignment, basically. That's the play. Here we go. He's getting absolutely cooked alive right now. And behind this, we're going to make another wave of Zerglings. Let's see. Let's try to hotkey this. And do I need... Probably more corruptors, I think. Oh, these are here by mistake. That is not pleasant. Not pleasant at all, in fact. Yeah, I'm missing the injects. I messed up the macro a little bit there. Couple more spores as a line of defense. And then we're going to start building corruptors again. Yeah, I would love to just catch the mothership. I feel like that's the best thing that can happen to us. We keep making drones and links and corruptors. Still feel perfectly comfortable with how much larva and stuff I had. It's been very, very nice, actually. How many void rays is that? I think it's manageable, I think. Let's kill the mothership now. There we go. Mothership is gonna die. He activated prismatic alignment for sure. Oh, and there we go. Now he doesn't have any left. That's gonna be it. He should have kept it on there, because the reason why he cancelled it, for the people that are curious, is prismatic alignment makes your void ray slow. Okay? So he saw that I was running away, so he cancelled it immediately, but he didn't actually have that many void rays, so if he didn't have prismatic alignment, he could get cooked there, and that's exactly what happened. Did maybe make a couple too many spores. I kind of thought that I would be on the defense, to be honest. That is not really what happened in the end. Okay, let's see. A couple of links are gonna get in here. I actually really enjoy when I get to play against this kind of player, specifically on a video. It's so many half... This map seems crazy for Zerg, no? All these half-gold bases. Because then I can show you guys how to deal with this kind of player. Because this is a really frustrating style to go up against, right? Like someone that just kind of sits there and just slowly but surely makes a really hard army to kill. It's really nice when I can just kind of make an example out of them. Just make links and corruptors, links and corruptors. Spores here actually going to end up being a pretty good idea. Doesn't have a recall on that, so he's going to lose that. You don't want to fight against this, trust me. Maybe force the prismatic alignment. There you go, prismatic alignment forced. And now what you can do is you can kind of pick at the void rays from the side. Honestly, you can wait it out, and that's pretty much it. Okay, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go for a little bit of a pro maneuver, and we're just gonna surround him with spores. No GG is called, and he has been absolutely annihilated. And it's beautiful, guys. It's beautiful. I feel like this opening, like I'm playing it, perfectly safe. As you can see, the drone count is amazing, right? We're up in drones, even though I already have 4 queens. Actually, the 4th queen is almost done, but we basically have 4 queens. Double gas on the way. Second overlord. Overlords are also, they arrive a little faster in the early game because the worker starts a little bit delayed. So the first overlord is very, very fast. Second overlord, as you can see, gets in at a good time as well. You really get to see everything, and then you just get the drone behind it like a madman. Even though I'm not really playing a particularly economic build, everything looks fantastic. Lair was even late this game. But it's looking good, guys. Zerg, from my POV, it's kind of hard to tell how strong it really is. For my POV, it feels like a little bit stronger because I don't have like the most efficient economic builds. But for me, it feels fantastic because I get to play the most like low brain cell, safest build ever, and it still is good against like everything. So feels very nice. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you could see something from this game. I think in particular the ZVT felt very brutal because I could just drone up to 60 without any worry in the world. This game I also drone up a lot, but it feels a little bit trickier, especially against these Skytoss players, but feels awesome. And that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys had a fantastic time. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you did enjoy this video, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Adios.